Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how much income I produce from niche sites. Niche blog sites, niche sites, blogging, whatever you want to call it. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. If you're thinking of starting a brand new blog site, I have a free link to a free course that I created to get started on blogging and get the ball rolling. Go ahead and check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. Check it out. With that being said, I wanted to do this video because, like I said, there's going to be people from all walks of life watching this, and I have to set the record straight before I begin. The income that I produce is solely based on my strategies when it comes down to creating niche sites. You might ask me, what is my strategy? And I'll share with you that in a second before I actually share some of the income and showing different things. I believe in building small websites that don't take a lot of effort, that are laser targeted. When I say laser targeted, it serves a very specific need for the user or for the reader. And in return, with good monetizing strategies, you can get paid. I even have a whole book I written about monetizing your niche site. Actually, shout out to that. I'm going to go ahead and promote it here real quick, which is, let's see where it is. Let's see, I know I wrote it here somewhere. How to write a blog. We have our niche site ranking factors mini course. Pick the perfect niche for your blog. This book right here includes not only picking the right niche, but sections around monetizing it, etc. Okay. The point here is that my strategies are simple. I've been doing this for the past 5 years. After I had sold my first business. And my first business was a larger business, sold it, and I believed it's good to make passive income, hence why I have so many different websites producing different incomes. I want to show you guys this small sales website that doesn't generate that much traffic, okay? I think it generates 200 something visitors, something like that, a month. And I could just show you how much it generated in the last few months. So last month, and by the way, this website has been around for a long time, which just, like I said, it fits exactly what I tell you guys, which is it comes down to creating a site, doing the work necessary to get the job done, and then stepping off the gas. There's no reason to keep working on it for no reason. The income that I'm going to get back from it is not needed. I can move on to another site and another site and another site and continue to diversify my income. So I'll go ahead and show you this, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the last month, so the last 4 weeks. And you can see here, it generated $690, okay? 6.9% higher than the month before. So the month before was $644.99, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look here at the last 3 months, which is $1,759. So $1,800 in the last 3 months. Now, not all sites are this size. This is, I would say, a low average size in terms of the income. In terms of the traffic, it's very low traffic. So it doesn't generate much traffic at all. Like I said, it generates about 200 something visitors a month, which is all I need to produce this amount. I always tell you guys, I don't need to sit here and develop the biggest website in the world. Now you might sit here and say, well, 200 something visitors a month, that's a joke. Does it generate more? And the answer is yes, and I'll actually go ahead and show you this. If we look at how long ago, let's pick the last 12 months. This business at one point used to generate $2,459 a month, okay? This is a blog. This is a website. I call it a business, but whatever. And we could actually take a look at this since inception. Let's go ahead and do this all time. So the whole time, this blog itself has generated $59,234 since about right here. You could see here that this section right here was for a different account. And then right here is where you could say it really, really started, June of 2020. And so if you do the math on that, this business or this blog, this niche site has existed for 3 years, roughly, right? 3 years. And you could see at the peak when it was generating the most traffic, it generated $5,111 in a single month. And I've said this before, but I have blogs that generate $80 a month. I have blogs that generate $2,000 a month. I have blogs that generate $690 a month, just like the one you saw here. I have blogs that generate $6,000 a month. It's not about the number that it generates. It's not about the traffic. It's about what I feel comfortable with and how many sites that I have. The whole point here is creating a collection of sites that generate a large income. I could sit here and work on this, but I haven't worked on this blog literally in 3 years. Zero work, zero. I can sit here and work on it in, let's say over the next 2 months, so over the next 60 days, I can work on this site for 15 hours over the next 2 months. And the income will go over past 1,000 again, right? 1,000 a month. Right now it's at 690 per month. And you can see here, it is slowly decreasing over time. But what we have now is not bad. $790 a month. May 2023, it generated $790. The month before, 644. The month before, 695. The month before, 582. The month before, 700. The month before, 490. The month before, 885. The month before, 1,042. The month before, 1,341. This is my point, guys, is that if you want to generate income, it's very possible and it's very simple. You need to serve a need for an audience. You need to find the right niche. You need to create the right content, which we have guides on all of that. If you look here at our site, and people might ask me, why don't you offer mentoring? Why don't you offer a service where you could do this for people? It's simply because I can't. I can't help everybody. And I know that sounds bad, but I literally can't. It's impossible. And think of this logically. If I wasn't actually producing this income, I would offer that service, right? Because I need to make money somehow. And so for me, I don't offer services like these because, number one, if I did, I would charge a very, very high price for it because obviously the proof is in the pudding. It works. It makes money. You could see. And ask yourself this. If you had a client that wanted to basically hire you for your services and your services could generate people 60 grand over a period of 3 years. Not could, but does. Let's just say does because the proof is in the pudding. It's right there. How much would you charge for that service? Would you charge 100 grand? Would you charge 50 grand? Would you charge 40 grand? Either way, I'm not going to charge you guys that because I know it's not realistic. I wanted to get into really quick explaining the different sources of income that I generate from blogs. The first source is selling your own products. I've spoken about this before. It's important, and that's why this whole account even exists. What you guys are looking at is a software called Stripe, and Stripe is where you essentially can transact with customers. It's effectively like PayPal, but for credit cards and for e-commerce stores and for all kinds of stores online, not just e-commerce, but digital product stores, all kinds of things like that, right? And that's what these examples are, right? And Stripe is one of them. There's many others. There's some companies that have their own internal system built in. But as you guys know, I use Rocket Web Builder for my blogs. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys here, rocketwebbuilder.com for my blogs. And with Rocket Web Builder, you guys can actually check it out. Rocket Web Builder, right, which has all of my blogs. If you check it out when you actually pass the hosting cost and all these kind of things, you can connect your own payment processor towards it. If you have a PayPal account, you can connect that. If you have a Stripe account, if you have a Braintree account, if you have a Paytm account, there's so many different kinds of accounts. Barclay card, so many different accounts that you can connect to it to transact with customers, right? The customer goes on your website, buys your product gets to them, whether it's digital or physical or a service or whatever it is, right? And you get the deposit automatically into your account, right? Here's an example of a payout. The last payout is going to be June 5th, $119.18. That was one of my last payouts, right, for this particular business or particular site. And that's one method, right? Then you have a few others. You have affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is where you recommend products to customers through your blog. All right, we talked about this through the blogs. We talked about this through all kinds of different strategies, right? That's one way, which actually we're going to create another paid product on that here on the Cash Cow sites to go a little bit deeper into that. And that's, once again, another skill. Another skill or another method to make money through your blog is through ad revenue. Now, ad revenue is a lot less. And once again, I could show you guys the ad revenue, for example, this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, we could see how many views it has generated in the last 48 hours is 269 views. And per day, it makes about anywhere from 17 cents to 40 cents a day. It's not much at all. It's a much smaller source of income, obviously, but it follows the same level on blogging as well. When I write written content on my blogs, like kind of like this, right? I have these ads that pop up, and you guys will see them right here, right? So I have ads here, and these ads, right, I get paid for when people see them, but I don't get paid that much money. I'll get paid like a few dollars to a few pennies a day, depending on how many people visit that particular site. And that's in reference to that site, right? So not all my sites, but in reference to that site. The next source of income that you could generate is a source of income called sponsored ads. And when an ad is sponsored, it's basically a company saying, hey, we love this blog post. We want to put our ad on your blog post. Can we do that? And you'll say, sure, I charge X amount of dollars. And then they'll give you like a image or a banner or whatever it is that they want to put on your site. And they'll go ahead and do that. And you'll charge them for that. It could be $100, it could be $200, it could be $1,000, it could be $50,000. It just depends on the size of the website. Another source of income that you could charge is through consulting. I actually offered at one point consulting on my cash cow niche sites for $170 an hour, but I just don't have time to offer it anymore. So that's why it says sold out here. Just don't have time, like I said, the time to actually follow through with the consulting because I'm too busy currently. If my schedule clears up, then maybe I'll open it up. But for now, it's closed. No time. And that is another example, right? Let's just say you're an expert building solar panels, like solar panel rigs for your house. And there's somebody who's reading your blog and wants to learn how to do that. And they're just confused about something. They can give you a call. They can sign up to a consulting call and charge. And you charge them. It could be $100, $200, $300, $1,000, whatever it is. I'll give you an example. If you guys are familiar with Grant Cardone, I'm going to whip out his website here, Grant Cardone. I could be wrong, but this guy, I think he charges something like $15,000 for a half hour. And guess what? People pay for or 15 minutes, something like that. Don't quote me on the price. I know it's expensive, but that's a perfect example. Now, some of you might say, well, there's no benefit in that. Well, there's people who pay for it. Maybe there's no benefit to you, but there's other people out there in this world who would pay for his services or pay for the consulting, pay to talk to him for a small period of time. And these people are typically not people like me and you. These people are, maybe they make an extra $2-3 million a month. They have private jets. They have, five cars that cost, $200,000 to $300,000 to $400,000, $500,000, at a time that they're paying for. They're on a different level financially. And everybody's niche is in different areas and different arenas. That's why it's unfair to sit here and say, well, I wouldn't charge X amount for this or I wouldn't charge X amount for that. It really doesn't matter because it's not your niche, right? So you got to figure out your niche and the products you can offer for your niche, and that's an example of a service. You can also offer a membership. There's a lot of bloggers that have signed up actually for the free course, which I'm going to give another shout out to, even though I already mentioned it, who solely make money off their newsletter. They charge a monthly subscription for their newsletter, and their newsletter is simple. It's just an email, or it's just a membership login where they access certain particular content that they would have not accessed elsewhere. And it could be $5 a month, it could be $50 a month, it could be $10 a month, it could be $20 a month. It doesn't matter the cost, right? So I'm just giving you guys an example of the different methods that you can make money off of. Obviously, some income that you will generate will go through an app like this called Stripe. Some will go through a PayPal. Some will go through an affiliate portal. Some will go through a wire transfer, especially if you're dealing with a larger company and they want to buy ad space. Some you're going to get your income through Google AdSense. There's all these different kinds of ways of doing things, and the important thing is to realize is that there's so many different options and so many different strategies that you could do to monetize your business, all right? It doesn't make sense to charge people that. And so I wouldn't offer it as a service to begin with, right? And I don't need to offer it as a service because I do these services for myself. Anybody that offers you services like these is a good example of somebody who doesn't actually know how to do it for themselves. That's why they do it for other people. If you think of this logically, why would somebody go out there and offer you something that they could do for themselves? Why would they? Why would they? Think logically. Unless there's some sort of large corporation. We're talking about solopreneurs here, small guys. I'm a small guy in business, right? I don't have tens and 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 employees. I don't have a big office. I just sit at home. I wake up the time I want. I go to sleep when I want. I have some virtual assistants that I work with here and there, and that's it. I don't make things too complicated on myself, right? And like I said, I have sites that could generate a very small amount every month and generate higher amount. Obviously, like for example, howtoboosttestosterone.org. This site has just started producing income. It's a small site, very small site. We're growing it. I think we have maybe, I don't know, last month maybe 1,100 something visitors. I don't remember maybe 900 something visitors. I don't remember the exact number, but we just started it. It's generating, I think, like over $100 something a month. It's just starting, like I said, and it's in a different niche. Every niche is different. This is why, like I said, I created the products on the website. The products on the website, for those people who ask for the mentoring, the services, I can't offer those things. It's not realistic. And I charge based on how my effort or my time. This doesn't take me any time to deploy to you guys. For example, I teach you guys about how to pick the right niche, or how to write a GPT blog, how to, understand the ranking factors. I charge almost nothing, $20, $30, because that's the effort it takes me to produce it. It doesn't take much effort. But if I sat there and charged for, let's say, us to do the service for you, you tell me, what would you charge? If you generate $60,000 off of a site in 3 years, what would you charge for the individual? So once again, guys, you got to think logically. And the reason why I even say this is because somebody wrote a comment here on my last video, basically kind of, saying usually conversion rates for online purchase tend to be 2%. How do you make $2,000 for 500 visitors as you say you do? Which is kind of like a backhanded comment, literally backhanded, trying to make me prove myself. And I figured this video is a good example of proof, right? This is a business that generates not that much traffic, but it generates some income, passive income. And once again, I could work on this business, and I actually probably will. In the next 60 days, maybe like a good 14, 15 hours, and the income is going to jump up another $500, $600, $800. The income is going to go from $800 a month or $600 a month to about $1,400, $1,500, $1,200, whatever the number is, and it will stay that way for about the next year. And then I could do a little bit more and a little bit more. And this is a business, like I said, or a blog or a website, whatever you want to call it, that has generated, once again, about $60K in 3 years. The business launched, let's just say June of 2020, and it has the build-up or the peak ever since, and I haven't touched it since. So effectively, since January 2021 to 2023 now, I have not touched it. Not even a single minute have I allocated to it of work. In terms of the virtual assistants, I have one virtual assistant that does customer support, and it's rarely ever used, and that person is across all of my websites, over 40. So what I'm saying here is that you guys can do exactly what you're seeing, and it doesn't take much. I mean, this is not fake information. This is all real. You could see here customer spend is $134 a person. A little bit of dispute activity, 2%. I actually knocked it down over the years by adding some security. You could see here the average spend has changed from month to month. So like 1 month in October of 2022, the average spend was $237 a person. You could see it was $95 at 2022. Then in May of 2023, it was $197.50. And then June of 2023, it's been $125. It changes, right? We've had a total of 636 customers. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The results speak for themselves. And I always tell you guys this. If my videos were not logical, if they didn't make sense, number one, you probably wouldn't be watching. And number two, you would notice it. And that's why I say judge me not off of the results that I show. I can't make videos like this every single day showing results and all these kind of things, because then the actual value of the videos would be non-existent, right? You guys wouldn't, there would be no value. But judge me off of the content that I produce, the results that I have, the things that I speak. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you guys can be successful too. But the best way to be successful is, like I said, in my opinion, when it comes to blogging, is everything that I laid out in the free course. I show how to do these things. Free bloggers course, click on it, consume it, learn it, and then figure out what you need to improve on. And that's what the paid products are for. If you realize that you're not good at picking the right niche after taking the free course, then you take the niche ebook, and you learn about picking the right niche, all these kind of things. And these things are nothing more than just shortcuts. They're nothing more than shortcuts. Could you sit there and could you figure it out and spend time and effort learning and doing all those things? Yeah, you can. That's exactly what I did. I mean, I don't remember at the time when I first started, somebody was out here giving the same information, same knowledge. Most videos, especially, honestly, for you guys who are watching this channel doesn't get that many views. 100 views a video. I think, and I could actually show you guys, I think I get paid like 15 cents a day on this channel. I don't get paid like an income to produce this channel at all. You could see here, I could easily just say, why on earth would I make these videos? Why don't I just move on? This video, like I said, and forgive the aggression a little bit, because I felt kind of insulted when I read this comment where it says, as you say you do. I don't know. I felt maybe it triggered me a little bit, but once again, I don't need to be making these videos necessarily, not in an insulting kind of way, but I produce the income. I have over 40 sites just like this. You get what I'm trying to say? And I've been doing this for a very long time. This site has just been created like in 2020. And once again, zero effort has been put into it since 2021. So for effectively close to 3 months, or 3 years rather, not a single minute of effort on this site, right? And yeah, this is just an example of my life, guys. So if you guys want to create stuff like this, keep watching the videos, keep learning, and that's really what it comes down to. So hopefully this video helps out, and this is one of many. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.